The official trailer for Venom 3 is finally out, and it's pretty much exactly what you'd expect from a Venom movie. A lot of over-the-top humor mixed in with a bunch of brutal action scenes. Can't say they stretched their imagination too hard for what is apparently Tom Hardy's last solo Venom movie. But when it comes to a character like this, maybe it is better to keep things simple. Nothing really stands out in this trailer. The last movie had the whole Carnage thing to draw fans in. Either this movie is saving all those draws for the next trailer, or it just doesn't have any to show off.
Well, that sucks!
So the trailer starts with Eddie going to confront some gang members who he basically feeds to Venom. We then get some attempt at a joke that honestly feels like it was written by a 10-year-old. I don't see what's so funny about them not saying their iconic line together. It's supposed to be something that inspires fear in his enemies, and in a move that the MCU would approve of, they took out all the tension and badass aspects only to replace them with cheap humor. We then get a look at the group of humans who are hunting Venom, which lines up with what the last round of rumors said, and it seems like they've captured Toxin, who definitely won't break out before the movie's over. They're trying to cover up proof of alien life on Earth for some reason, which leads to a very confusing scene which shows one of them capturing the symbiote piece that Venom left at the bar during the after credits scene of No Way Home.
What did you just say to me?
Now you're probably thinking the same thing everyone else was. Didn't he leave that back in the main MCU universe? He got zapped back to Sony's universe during that bar scene. And since these humans have Toxin from the last movie, it's safe to assume they're also in Sony's Venom universe. That symbiote piece shouldn't even be on their Earth, so how the hell did this guy capture it? I really hope they have an explanation for that and they didn't just completely botch this thing, because the implication there was very clear. This symbiote is going to make its way to Tom Holland's Spider-Man for his Venom arc. Doing something like that means plans have changed since then and they're retconning this, or they're genuinely so idiotic they forgot the fact that this piece of the symbiote is in an entirely different universe. There is a third possibility, and it's that in classic Sony fashion, they put the after credits scene in the trailer and somehow that character ends up on the MCU Earth. But based on the characters involved in this movie, traveling between dimensions shouldn't be possible. And if someone from the MCU universe is responsible, why bring this guy? The only thing I can think of, and it's a stretch, is that Doctor Strange was trying to bring Mordo to him and messed up the spell so bad it brought one of his multiversal variants who just so happened to end up at that bar. Even then, unless time just paused on MCU Earth, that symbiote should have crawled away and been long gone by then. Bottom line, they had better have a great explanation for this, because otherwise it's one of those hilarious situations where fans think about this stuff more and keep track of events better than the people making the damn movie.
Don't ask questions, just consume product and then get excited for next product.
There's another possibility, and it's that this guy starts off in the MCU universe and somehow ends up in Sony's Venom universe, but that doesn't even make any sense and I can't think of any reason why he would get transported there, so I'm just not even going to consider that one. The other big part of this trailer worth mentioning is what we don't see: a young Peter Parker. The only way he could be in this is if Venom meets him early on in the movie and the kid gets killed or captured for the rest of the film. Otherwise, there's just way too many scenes shown where Venom and Eddie are clearly on their own for that part of the plot leak to be true. Credit where credit is due, man, because if they really didn't put something that idiotic in the movie, they're smarter than I thought. The other parts seem to line up. We see Toxin and we see the human faction. There's just no 10-year-old Peter Parker anywhere in this thing, and that's honestly for the best.
The only power I have is that I believe we can do better.
The thing about a movie like this is that people enjoy having fun. So like I said in my last video, I could see this being one of the rare successes among recent superhero movies. Fans are clearly enjoying the trailer. I mean, after the dislike ratios we saw with nonsense like AC Shadows and Rings of Power, this looks pretty damn good. All things considered, it'll probably be a fun last ride for Venom, with a big emphasis on the fun part. He went through the MCU Thor arc in a shorter amount of time because Venom started off pretty serious and even intimidating, but now he's a lot more comedic relief than he is scary. If Sony couldn't even keep the character serious, the chances the MCU is going to do him justice when they inevitably get their hands on him are the same as my odds of successfully building a time machine, going back to 1989 when they filmed Career Opportunities, and marrying Jennifer Connelly.